Is Stranger Things Season 5 coming sooner than we thought? What's going on, guys? I'm Chris, and welcome back to another video. So today I got a big ol' update about Stranger Things Season 5. As we all know, this is the highly anticipated final season of the hit Netflix show, my personal favorite show of all time, and I know a lot of you guys watching love the show as well. So we have some pretty big updates. I'm going to get into those in a second, but before I do, be sure to hit that like button, comment down below your predictions for Season 5 of Stranger Things, and any theories you might have. Subscribe and hit that notification bell to help me reach my goal of 85,000 subscribers here on the channel. It will mean a lot. And check out my Patreon link down below for the Discord server, access to extra videos, all that good stuff. Anything goes a very long way. So as we all know, Stranger Things Season 5 was supposed to start filming in June of this year and supposedly go until like the following summer. It was going to be this super long shoot for the final season of the show. Obviously, filming never began as the writer strike and actor strike have been ongoing for quite some time now. If the studios fairly paid the writers and actors, this would be resolved and we would not have to be dealing with this. However, they're still trying to work out a deal. But the question I asked today, do the people behind the scenes know something we don't? Because some set pictures for Stranger Things Season 5 have been released online, indicating that production on Season 5 might be starting sooner than we ever anticipated. Now, recently, the studios were set to supposedly meet with the writers and actors about finally coming to a deal. There's really been no update on that, but apparently they're headed in a positive direction, which is obviously a very, very good and optimistic sign. But regardless, we've got some pretty high-quality set pictures on what looks like the reconstruction of downtown Hawkins on a studio backlot somewhere in Georgia. Now, these pictures come from @It'sJaredFilm on Twitter. He has this drone camera and he actually captured a lot of crystal clear, high definition shots of what looks to be downtown Hawkins being constructed for the final season of this show. Now, there's a few key things to highlight here. I think the most important is the fact that there is going to be a clear military presence in Season 5. This is something we had speculated for quite some time, but these set pictures further confirm there's military equipment in what looks like big old cargo holds, and also there is a military truck. Now, at the end of Season 4 of Stranger Things, Hawkins was literally in flames and the Upside Down was rising up from the ground, so it only makes sense that a military presence would be involved in some way, shape, or form. My theory has been, ever since the casting news of Linda Hamilton was announced, that she's going to come in and sort of lead the ground forces on Hawkins, being almost like the lead general in a way, taking on Vecna and whatever army he may possess in this final season. This is nothing new. There's always some sort of governmental or military presence, but it's going to be the strongest it's ever been in Season 5, as evidenced through these photos. We see a truck here, and then there's just tons and tons of storage units that I can only assume hold military equipment. If you take a closer look, there's a lot of roadblock signs, satellites, and just almost care package-like material, even maybe oil drums. Like, they're going all in on this military equipment because Hawkins is essentially a war zone as we come into the final season. It's not the Hawkins we know and love. It has been changed forever, and for the foreseeable future, in this show, it will never be the same as it once was. It's also worth noting that these set pictures have photos of bunkers being constructed, possibly for, you know, the military to use as cover and protection. But I'm also thinking, are they gonna have, like, the citizens of Hawkins staying in bunkers where it's safe? Kind of like in The Empire Strikes Back when they're all on Hoth underground. That's the vision I have, where maybe they create this tunnel system. I don't know what the hell they could do, but anything is possible with the Duffer Brothers when they put their minds together. Some of these photos also show like the main downtown strip of Hawkins being in the early phases of construction for the show, and I'm really interested to see how they pull off just the total carnage that was left behind as the final credits rolled in Season 4, because the last we saw downtown Hawkins, it was literally divided into 4 right around the library area, and I have no idea, you know, where on Earth we could really be headed in this final season. That's the beauty of it, is the Duffer Brothers hold all the power. And the fact that they're actually putting this set together shows me that there's going to be a lot of special effects work involved, because they can't go in to Jackson, Georgia, where downtown Hawkins is in real life, and just film there and shut down the whole city with these big, you know, green screens and CGI. They can't be doing that for a prolonged period of time, so it makes sense that they're constructing this. Now, I assume they're going to still film some on site and location, but I appreciate that they're making this big, in-depth set on this backlot so they can, you know, wreak havoc on it if they need to in order to really show the effects of Vecna and the Upside Down merging with Hawkins. Now, while these are just scraps regarding Stranger Things Season 5 and what we're going to actually see, it's still exciting that they're making progress towards production possibly beginning soon for the show. I know we're all clamoring for this final season. I want it to be as great as possible, but what's most important right now is that the writers and actors get the fair pay that they deserve, and the studios actually give them that fair deal. Now, all that's to say, this is a very, very positive sign, and I want to also mention one other thing that I saw. Take this with a grain of salt because I didn't do too much research on it, and I didn't see any other major Stranger Things account post about it, but the Hawkins family photo account on Instagram put out a picture with these frames of "Have you seen me?" Any information called Joyce Byers with the phone number listed, and they said, "It's happening, Stranger Things Season 5 starting production in Atlanta, Georgia at EUA Studios, go see for yourself." Now, I don't know if this was just an old photo, you know, of something from one of the earlier seasons, because it looks very similar to the "Have you seen me" posters when Will Byers obviously went missing in the first season of the show, but maybe this is a sign that, hey, they're reconstructing Hawkins and all this stuff, but also they're going to be a lot of Will Byers flashbacks. Again, I am taking this photo with a grain of salt because I have no clue where it's from. I didn't really see a legit source or anything, but it is promising if there is a "Have you seen me?" and maybe that's hinting at Will going missing yet again. Or perhaps we could be doing what I hope and opening Season 5 with a cold open of Will's POV of when he's taken to the Upside Down in Season 1, Episode 1. That would be outstanding. I think there should be Season 1 flashbacks somehow. Now, whether that is with de-aging technology to make the kids look younger or whatever it may be, I'm here for it, but I really do think flashbacks might be necessary for this final season to add more depth to certain moments in Season 1. That way, you know, when Will and Vecna come face to face, because the news today broke that obviously Will is going to be the main focus of Season 5, which we all kind of knew. Duffer Brothers have pretty much confirmed that. It will be more rewarding if we get a little bit more backstory through flashbacks with Vecna and Will maybe having past interactions. This photo could be hinting at that. I also just want to read too deep into things sometimes because I really miss the show and love to theorize and speculate about it. But nonetheless, Stranger Things Season 5 is in the air, and this little tidbit of news that we got of some drone shots of a set being constructed have me so excited. Honestly, want me to rewatch the show right now. I just rewatched it a few months ago, but it is my favorite show of all time, and we are honestly getting one step closer to Season 5 with this little hint. And the real question I'm asking is, who knows something that we don't? Because clearly they would not be starting, you know, to construct these sets if we weren't moving in the right direction in terms of the strikes being resolved and coming to an end. I have no clue what to expect. I can only imagine we're going to get more behind-the-scenes photos like this and more news about the overall situation with the strike moving ahead. But nonetheless, I am so stoked for Stranger Things Season 5, and this is one step closer in the right direction for us getting the final season of my favorite show of all time, and one of the greatest shows ever made, I'll say it. But what do you guys think of these set photos, and what are your predictions for Season 5? Let me know in the comments down below, and be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to that notification bell to help me reach my goal of 85,000 subscribers here on the channel, and stay tuned for lots more Stranger Things content as we approach the season. You can expect videos like this for any big piece of news that we get, because I love to cover this show that I adore so much. But thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.